What? Oh, I'm live. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. What do I do now? Okay. Oh, my hair's cooked. Okay, that's fine. Okie dokie. I'm going to be working on a NAS. I have over here. Ooh. Wait, let me see if my microphone's working. I don't know I don't know how this works. Let me check real quick. Live. Working on NAS and AI server. Okie dokie. I'm going to be working on a NAS. Why is my mic not that bad? I don't even know what it's picking up. I don't know if it's my sure. Or anyways, we have two 12 terabyte hard drives. It's gonna be running in RAID 1, which is I think, yeah, RAID 1. So it's for like super safe. I'm making this for my dad because he needs a NAS, and I'm not really making it because I got the Synology. Wait, where are my scissors? I need to go get scissors. You know what? These will do. These will do. I have the Synology. No. Yes, Synology. This is Synology, no? Yes, the Synology disk station 4-bay. This is a lot of money. I personally wouldn't recommend this for a lot of cases because it's just so much money, but okay, these are not working. I need to go get proper scissors. I'll be right back. Arguably one of the worst scissors that I have, but it's fine. Okay, the field of view isn't very big, and it's kind of annoying. I'm gonna like point it down a bit so you guys can like kind of see what's going on. I mean, you guys, like anyone watching, but that's okay. That's okay. It just like motivates me to like do things. Okily dokily. This is a power cable. Oh, I'm gonna get so much mess. Okay, I have the two 12 terabytes. I don't know if you can hear me when I walk away, so I might have to like do something. But I have the two 12 terabytes. This has a 10 gig NIC in it, but I also have a 256 NVMe or M.2 for caching. Oh, sorry, 500 gig, not 250. 500 gig, which is so overkill. Oh, also, I have 96 gigabytes of DDR5 5200 megatransfer per second RAM in 2 sticks. This is $200, bro. I love Newegg. I'm gonna put that in this server right here, but temporarily it's out of commission because it doesn't actually do anything. And then also I have this 3D printer which I just got, which is really nice. I really love Bamboo Labs. I've had like a lot of Creality printers and I will never go back. Okay. So we have another power cable. Oh, this is just the other part. This is the... How many watts is this? How is it only 120 watts? No way this thing runs off 120 watts. 2 Ethernet cables? What is wrong with me? Okay, we're putting that on the ground. I'll deal with that later. Screws. Keys? Oh yeah, this has a key, doesn't it? Yikes, I'm gonna get cooked. Okay. We're gonna throw that over there for now. And then I think this is the beast. Mr. Beast. This is what we pay the big bucks for. Okay, that was a bad idea. Look at this. This thing costs so much money. I'm only putting 2 drives in it too. Synology. This thing is a beast. I can't lie. This thing is a beast. 10 gigabit NIC, 2 M.2 slots, 4 6 gigabyte SATA ports. It even has lights on the side for disk. Like, all of these are modular, so you can like kind of take them out. It has all the lights on the side for a disk. It has 2 fans at the back for cooling. It has 2 10 gig LANs, which is really impressive. That's eSATA, I think. Is that eSATA? I believe that's eSATA. And then it has power. It's really, really impressive. I cannot lie. Not that it's cheap. This John is not cheap. But these keys should make it so I can... Yep. Okay, we should probably watch a video. I don't know what I'm doing. But I will take these 12 terabyte. I think these are the Pro too. Yeah, these are the Iron Wolf Pro. So they're like meant to be like really reliable and stuff. Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And that. Just ignore that. I'm also gonna turn on my fan in the back because it's kind of annoying. Let's turn this on. The filter's at 60. I don't want you to heat. I want you to just cool. I like my room cool when I go to bed. Cool. Cool. Okay. Putting it at auto. Putting it to cool. I love those Dyson fans. I cannot lie. Those are amazing fans. They're not cheap, but they're great. I really want 8 sleep. If I could justify paying like 10K, which I do not have for an 8 sleep, that would be amazing. That's just gonna be the garbage pile from now on. Oh my god, it's really sexy. I cannot lie. It is really sexy. Oh my god. Imagine like a 1 petabyte NAS. It is crazy what you can do personally nowadays. Insane. Yeah, I still cannot get over how these 2 sticks of RAM, DDR5, 5200 megatransfers per second, is $200. Oh my god. How is that even a deal? How is that worth 96 gigabytes? That is just... I don't know. Why wouldn't everyone have that in their computer? Anyways, I should read this installation guide. I'm gonna like watch like a TED Talk while I'm doing this, because does it pick up sound from YouTube? Is $200. Oh my god. Let's play some 2-set violin and see. 96 gigabytes. That is just... It's gotta wait for the delay. Why wouldn't everyone have that? Oh wait, I can't even hear it.
Very special episode.
There we go.
We will be hearing what it sounds.
I'm gonna like watch like a TED Talk while I'm doing this. Does it pick up sound from YouTube? Is $200. Oh. Let's play this 2-set violin and see. 96 gigabytes. Gotta wait for the delay. Okay, I think I can just hear myself.
Very special episode.
There we go.
We will be hearing.
Okay, I hate my voice. I'm not actually gonna watch 2-set violin. Let's just watch. He promised a DIY battery won't explode. TED. I like watching the TED Talks while I'm doing. There's some really good TED Talks. Oh, that's so loud. Is it like a TED Sam Altman? I think I saw this. I already watched it. Sam Altman on the future of AI. I like Sam Altman. He's a pretty chill guy.
Sam Altman does his own tech check.
Here we go. Here Drive Bay comes out. This is so cool.
There's no handler here.
Sometimes.
I have to start where I'm sure many conversations have kicked off over the past year, which is, what did it feel like to be fired from your own company?
This like surreal haze. The confusion was kind of the dominant first.
I forgot
emotion,
someone
but
got
there were,
fired.
I went through everything.
Oh,
but
bozo.
Confusion was the first one.
What am I
And then-
saying? This guy's more
Then,
successful than me in every way.
frustration, anger, sadness, gratitude.
Oh,
I mean, it
do
was
I need
everything.
this?
Wow.
It was like a full range of human
Okay,
emotion.
that's kind of annoying.
It was like impressive in the breath.
What did you do with those emotions in that 48 hours?
Do I know this
Honestly,
guy?
There was so much to do, just like tactically,
I have a screwdriver.
that there was not a lot of time for like dealing with any emotions. So in those
I
48
have so
hours,
many
not
computer
much.
parts in here. Look,
And
I
then
got a
it was, like,
GPU.
hard after when the dust was
Pretty
settling.
crappy
I had to,
GPU. I have like
get back to work
32
and then
gigs
make
of
all of
RAM.
this.
I remember Steve Jobs saying years later after he was forced out of Apple that it was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Is that relatable in any way, or is this situation just too different?
Man.
Maybe it hasn't been long enough. I have not
Oh, I found it.
reflected deeply on it recently. I think it was so different from
Oh, wrong one.
the Steve Jobs case in all of these ways, and it was also just so short. The whole thing was like totally over in 5 days.
Found
It was
it.
like a very strange fever dream, and then like back
Ooh,
to work
nice.
picking up the pieces.
I guess 5 days versus
Just
a
screwed this
decade
one
is
in.
a slightly different learning curve.
Right.
What did you learn lesson-wise?
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was only 4 days. I think it was 4 days. I learned a bunch of stuff that I would do differently next time about how we communicated during and after that process, and like the need to
Okay,
just
how does this
be
screw
direct
in?
and clear about what's happening. I think there was this.
Oh,
like,
I need to put on the
cloud of
stupid
suspicion
rails again.
Over OpenAI for a long time
Oopsie
that we
daisy.
could have done a better job with. I knew I worked with great people, but
Oh, what?
seeing how
Did I put
good
this in the wrong way?
the team was in a crisis and in a stressful situation.
Oh my
with
god, I put it in
uncertainty.
the wrong way.
One of the proudest moments
That's
for me
embarrassing.
was watching the executive team kind of operate without me for a little while, and knowing that any of them would be perfectly capable of running the company. And I felt a lot of pride both about picking those people, about teaching them to whatever degree I did, and just that the company was in a very strong place.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. I had assumed your proudest moment would have been just the sheer number of employees who stood behind you. I thought as an organizational psychologist that was staggering to see the outpouring of loyalty and support.
That was kind of crazy.
It did feel nice, but that's not the thing that like sticks in. I mean, I remember feeling like very proud of the team, but not for that reason.
I guess that's also very Jobsian then. When he was asked what his proudest achievement was, it wasn't the Mac or the iPod or the iPad, it was the team that built those products.
I don't do the
Okay,
research.
bro. Do I not
for
do
the
this?
products. I mean, I make some decisions, but not
Ugh.
most of them. The
I think I
thing
have to
I
put
get to
those on
build
after.
is the company. So that is certainly the thing I have pride
Well,
of.
that's unfortunate.
So what do you actually do?
Oh, do I put that
How do you
in
spend
there?
your time?
Where do I screw in?
It's a great question. Somehow the early mornings are never that chaotic, but then it often,
It says I
like,
screw in
goes
from
off the
here,
rails
but
by
is that
the
right?
afternoon, and there's all this stuff that's happening, and you're kind of in reaction mode and firefighting mode. So I've learned to get the really important things done early in the day. I spend
Oh,
the
here we go.
majority of my time thinking about
Here we go.
research and
We get
compute
notifications.
and the products that we build, and then less on everything else. But what that could look like at any given time is very different.
So one of the things that I've been very curious about as I've watched you turn the world upside down in the last couple of years is what's going to happen to humans. I've been tracking what I think is the most interesting research that's been done so far, and humans are losing a lot faster than I hoped. A lot faster.
If we
We're
like
already
even
behind
the
on
fact that we're
creativity, on
contemplating a
empathy, on
UBI
judgment, on persuasion,
for like
and I want to get
any
your
government at
reactions
all
to
is
some
so
data points in
scary.
each of those areas. But first,
It's so
just
scary.
your
We're all so
commentary on the
cooked.
overall. Are you surprised by how quickly AI has surpassed a lot of human capabilities?
Our latest model feels smarter than me in almost every way,
Okay, bro.
and it doesn't really impact my life.
Really?
I still care about the same kinds of things as before. I can work a little bit, maybe a lot more effectively. I assume as society digests this new technology, society will move much faster. Certainly scientific progress, I hope, will move much faster. And
He seems
we
so
are
chill about it.
coexisting with this amazing
Like he's like
new
possibly
artifact tool,
changing
whatever
the
you wanna call
he
it.
is changing the
But
world by
how
a lot,
different
and
does
he's
your
just so
day-to-day
chill
life
about
feel
it.
now from
That's
a
crazy.
few years ago? Kind of not that different, right? I think that over the
This can be
very
heard,
long
right?
term,
I'm
AI
not just
really
talking to myself.
He seems so chill about it.
Like he's like possibly. I feel like I need to turn it up. I feel like it's kind of quiet. I don't know. I don't want to deal with that right
Does
now.
change everything, but I guess what I would have naively thought a decade ago is the day that we had a model as powerful as our most powerful model now, everything was going to change. And now I think that was a naive take.
I think this is the standard. Like, we overestimate change in the short run and underestimate it in the long run, right? So you're living a version of that.
So eventually, I think the whole economy transforms. We'll find new things to do. I have no worry about that. We always find new jobs, even though every time we stare down a new technology, we assume they're all going to go away. It's true that some jobs go away, but we find so many new things to do and hopefully so many better things to do. So I think what's going to happen is this is just the next step in a long.
The thing is that I feel like people don't talk about it. Is that the fact that it's not. Yeah, it's going to remove and gain a lot of jobs, but the types of jobs it's removing and gaining are like directly proportional to like how important and how intelligent you have to have the job. Like everyone's not going to be a software engineer, even though there's going to be way more software engineering open, or less, depending on how you look at it. But all the jobs that are you don't need to be smart for, like factory workers, they're getting replaced. But other people, like all the, well, there's a word for it, for like a job that is kind of like just factory workers, like a minimum wage worker. I forget. I'm pretty sure I actually even learned that in school. But I mean, like you now have to be all these new jobs that are being created are very high intelligence jobs and high workload jobs, and it's like some people just don't want that, and that's kind of sucks for them. I mean, to an extent, I don't want that, but I also do enjoy it. I kind of just do what I enjoy, but a lot of people are going to hate that change. That's going to be their number one change, because there's no such thing as a factory worker, or there's no such thing as I want to use a marketer as an example, but I mean, there probably will still be marketers. They never fail to survive everything. It's annoying.
Exponential curve of technological progress.
I think in some ways the AI revolution looks to me like the opposite of the internet, because back then people were running companies, they didn't believe that the internet
That is a crazy take. Wait, I'm a hero.
Was going to change the world, and their companies died because they didn't make the changes they needed to make. But the people who bought in, it was really clear what the action implications were. Like, I need to have a functioning website. I needed to know how to sell my products through that website, right? It was not rocket science.
This guy's just me
to
right
adapt
now.
to the digital revolution. What I'm hearing right now from a lot of founders and CEOs is the reverse, which is everybody believes that AI is game-changing, and nobody has a clue what it means for leadership, for work, for organizations, for products and services.
This is really
they're all in the dark.
In that sense, it's more like the industrial revolution than the than the internet revolution. There are huge known unknowns of how this is going to play out, but I think we can say a lot of things about how it is going to play out too.
So I want to hear those things. So a couple of hypotheses that I have. One is that we're going to stop valuing ability and start valuing agility in humans.
There will be a kind of ability we still really value, but it will not be raw intellectual horsepower to the same degree.
What do you think the new ability is that matters?
I mean, the kind of dumb version of this would be figuring out what questions to ask will be more important than figuring out the answer.
Holy, he's read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Even just in the last couple of years, which is, we used to put a premium on how much knowledge you had collected in your brain, and if you were a fact collector, that made you smart and respected. And now I think it's much more valuable to be a connector of dots than a collector of facts, that if you can synthesize and recognize patterns, you have an edge.
You ever watch that TV show Battlestar Galactica? One of the things they say again and again in the show is all this happened before, all this will happen again. And when people talk about the AI revolution, it does feel different to me in some super important qualitative ways. But also, it reminds me of previous
Okay, now it can't even go in. This
technological
is
panics.
making me
When I
angry.
was a kid, this thing came out. New thing launched on the internet. I thought it was cool. Other people thought it was cool. It was clearly way better than the stuff that came before. I was not quite old enough yet for this to happen directly to me, but the older kids told me about it. The teachers started
The older
banning
kids.
the Google. Because
the Google.
Did they call it the Google?
the Google. If you could just look up every fact, then what was the purpose of going to history class and memorizing facts? Like, we were going to lose something so critical about how we teach our children and what it means to be a responsible member of society. If you could just look up any fact instantly,
stupid.
you didn't even have to like fire up the combustion engine, drive to the library, find, look in the card catalog, find a book. It was just there. It felt unjust. It felt wrong. It felt like we were going to lose something. We weren't going to do that. And with all of these, what happens is like we get better tools, expectations go up, but so does what someone's capable of. And we just learn how to do more difficult, more impactful, more interesting, whatever things. And I expect AI to be like that too. If you asked someone a few years ago, will there be a system as powerful as O1 in 2024? And B, if an oracle told you were wrong, and there will be, how much would the world change? How much would your day-to-day life change? How would we face an existential risk or whatever? Almost everybody you asked would have said, definitely not on the first one. But if I'm wrong and it happens, like, we're pretty fucked on the second. And yet, this amazing thing happened, and here we are.
In the realm of innovation, there's a new paper by Aidan Toner Rogers, which shows some great news for R&D scientists, that when they're AI assisted, they file 39% more patents, and that leads to 17% more product innovation.
Is that true?
And a lot of that is in radical breakthroughs, novel chemical structures being discovered, and the major gains are for top scientists, not bottom. There's very little benefit if you're in the bottom third of scientists, but the productivity of the top ones almost double. And that doubling seems to be because AI automates a lot of idea generation tasks. And it allows scientists to focus their energy on idea evaluation, where the great scientists are really good at recognizing a promising idea, and the bad ones are vulnerable to false positives. So that's all good news, right? Incredible unlocking of scientific creativity. But it comes with a cost, which is, in the study, 82% of scientists are less satisfied with their work. They feel they get to do less creative work and their skills are underutilized. And it seems like humans are, in that case, are being reduced to judges as opposed to creators or inventors.
Oh my.
I would love to know how you think about that evidence and what do we do about that?
I have two conflicting thoughts here. One of the most gratifying things ever to happen at OpenAI, for me personally, is as we've released these new reasoning models, we
Oh my gosh.
give them to legendary scientists, mathematicians, coders, whatever, and ask what they think. And hearing their stories about how this is transforming their work and they can work in new ways, I have certainly gotten, the greatest professional joy from having to really creatively reason through a problem and figure out an answer that no one's figured out before.
How much did Sam Altman actually do?
When I think about AI,
was he just like an Elon Musk? He got his name on the paper, or did he actually do stuff?
That way, I do feel some sadness. What I expect to happen in reality is just there's going to be a new way we work on the hard problems, and it's being an active participant in solving the hardest problems that brings the joy. And if we do that with new tools that augment us in a different way, I kind of think we'll adapt, but I'm uncertain.
What does that look like in your job right now? Like, how do you use ChatGPT for example, in solving problems that you face at work?
Honestly, I use it in the boring ways. I'm not the one who's here using it to help me come up with new scientific ideas, but I use it for help me process all of this email or help me summarize this document, or they're just the very boring things.
Yeah. It sounds like then you're hopeful that we'll adapt in ways that allow us to still participate in the creative process.
I am hopeful. No matter what, but it will have to evolve and it will be somewhat different.
Another domain where I expected humans to have an edge much longer than we've stuck it out
Okay,
so far.
this is making me lose
is
my
empathy.
mind.
My favorite experiments that I've read
It's
so
just
far basically show that if you're having a text conversation and you don't know whether it's a human or a ChatGPT, and then afterward you're asked, Christine, did you feel how heard?
Stupid
did you
screw
feel,
won't
how much
come out.
empathy and support
I was
did you
screwing
get?
it into these
You
holes instead of the
feel
middle
that you
one
got
because
more
the
empathy and support
stupid
from
thing is
AI
wrong.
than you did from a
Oh my
human,
God.
unless we tell you it was AI and then you don't like it anymore. I look at that evidence as a psychologist, and I have a couple reactions. One is, I think it's not that
As a psychologist, empathy in
AI is that good at empathy. It's that our default as humans is pretty bad and poor. We slip into conversational narcissism way too quickly, where somebody tells us a problem and we start to relate it to our own problem as opposed to showing up for them. And so I think maybe that's just an indictment of human empathy having a poor baseline.
There's problems going on. Oh wait, Sean was there. I didn't have my mic on. Wait, did I? I don't even know. Pulling out another drive. I'm just trying to watch my. God forbid. God forbid.
Easy money.
Did you get it out?
Yeah, I didn't pull it all the way. Just leave it to you. Gentle with the expensive drives.
I'm familiar. I can't get it out. Can you get it out?
Really?
Well, I could. I just don't really want to.
I'm practicing screwing all my life.
Ha 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 ha. I am live streaming, by the way.
Okay, good. I'm supposed to should not be part of the. Okay, here's one.
No, I need the other one. The middle one I need to stay.
I know. Oh, I don't know. You apply pressure against that. It's very interesting.
Michelle says hi. She's watching on stream.
Hey, Shar.
Shar?
Oh. Wait, I see you've got two middle ones. Yeah, this is not how this works.
What do you mean?
Well,
You can't screw it into these. Either of these you can't screw it into. Oh, you got that? Nice.
there you go.
Just leave it to me. Leave it to the master. I've been doing this for an hour now.
I don't think master is the word that I would use.
What did you need? I didn't even know we had another screwdriver. Oh yeah, this screwdriver's way better.
There's no way you only put the middle one in.
well, you can't put the other ones in because these little things have sticks that go through the other holes.
Interesting.
All the way down. I mean, if it's secure in there. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I just feel like the vibrations don't. Usually it was the. Okay, this is a good screwdriver in that it's got magnetic properties. Yeah, this is a great screwdriver. Where'd you get this one?
It came with my NAS. I'm sorry, my rackmate. Okay, this is also now giving me issues.
Has no respect though. What's that? What's the issues that you're having with that one now?
I guess I just screw this in more.
Is Bashar still awake? She's like listening to us.
Yeah, she goes to sleep at like 2 a.m. Man, I'm trying to fix her sleep schedule.
Yeah, it doesn't seem healthy in the slightest.
Ugh, look. Now I have this little dongle. It's screwing me now. Maybe there's just no screws at all. Maybe these dongles just do it for you.
That doesn't seem.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
I feel like it's 1, 2, and you lock. These are two locking things.
Does it not need these anymore? Are these temporary? Maybe these are temporary.
What's chocolate, Willis?
Oh, I understand it now.
What
These
is
things.
it?
I thought you had to put these things back on, but these are just temporary. Like that, and then maybe I just read it wrong. Oh, wait, no, you do put them back on.
You should put those back on. These are what?
I'm not intelligent enough for this.
So you pull those things off. You put the drive in, and then you put the things back on. These are instead of screws.
Okay, I understand now.
These are instead of screws.
No, but I was watching a video and it said to screw it in. No, that's not how you do it. It's okay. I understand now. I understand.
This thing, right?
Yeah, but every time you push it in. Okay. See, I was just testing.
I see that. Hi, you to you. How's work here? How's your, isn't this supposed to be done tomorrow?
Friday. Look.
I have to go wake up and meet all the mayors tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
Does he wear a green shirt?
Yeah. That came directly from one photo made that, by the way. Insane.
He should really have a little tiny body and be driving a little car. Like he
That's
should
a
have
lot
a
of
steering
work.
wheel like this.
I still don't need that. My stupid car doesn't even work yet, so that'll happen one day.
That was a solid. That was a respectful sound. Click, click.
Is that what? Are you being sarcastic?
No, so this is like lodged in here so it doesn't vibrate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was solid. No screws. It's screwless.
Yep, screwless. I guess it's only. I guess this. I don't know where you put the M.2 things. I still have to figure that out.
With the M.2 things, there's usually four holes here too. Screwed in the bottom.
That's for.
But I feel like that makes sense. You just put the things on the side and then they slide in, and then there's like a. Yeah, it probably wasn't good for it to shake it like that.
Did you just shake it? It's fine. They're pro. They're more resilient than they were in your time. It's not. You can't really.
How did you get a thing down here?
A USB-C or Ethernet?
Mm-hmm.
No idea. That's gonna suck a lot.
There's an Ethernet port right here.
That's not Ethernet. That's a phone thing.
Oh,
Because this house was made in 5000 BC.
It's called a twisted pair.
Yeah, no,
And
literally
this
useless.
Ethernet, it's just 4 instead of 8.
Well, 4 isn't useful to me.
It is. Do you know why?
You can't use Ethernet through it.
So small-minded child.
You can't.
Take this thing off. Pull out the
Oh,
end.
yeah, you could do that. You can do that. I just didn't want to do that because that would suck so much.
It doesn't suck so much. I've done it tons of times. Pull the Cat 6 through it with a little box. You'll probably get a friend to do it. So
That's
about
gonna
100
cost so
bucks a
much
thing.
money.
$100.
You can also
150.
buy things specific. Is there
And then
stream?
you'd run it all back to the central location, and then we'd have a whole Cat 6 Ethernet network in here. That just makes sense. Why
For an
would we do that?
apartment?
But it's way over there, that's the problem. And then what would you put over there? You basically put the...
Look at this. And there's a little key to lock them away.
Now that makes sense.
And then if you want to take it out, just
So an unknown thing about Uncle Andrew and I
I'm streaming and my mic is on.
is Uncle Andrew and I were putting in a brand new server, and then he decided to jump up and grab a server, and he by mistake kicked one of the RAID drives out as he was stepping up, and he knocked two of the drives out, and they pulled out, and it blew the entire RAID for the entire company, and the entire company went down for the night.
Yikes.
Yeah, that sucked.
I would imagine. That does not
Lock it
sound
in.
enjoyable.
Because the servers that are currently at treatment, same one.
Ooh.
Well, that's not a healthy sound.
That actually hurt me physically. I think it's fine. I wonder what that was.
Lock it again. You didn't lock it all the way, maybe?
Oh yeah, it's probably just I didn't lock it all the way and then I tried to pull it out.
Or it's just cheap and shitty. Or it's bullshit.
No. Okay. Okay. Well, that was a miserable sound, but it works. I got the drives in. I don't know where I'm going to put the M.2. There's also an eSATA on the back. I don't even know if you know what that port is because you're probably too old for it, but
Yeah, no, that was the base of all of our SATA drive stuff happening.
eSATA.
What
These
is
are all.
this for?
I don't know.
You pop this out,
I don't
and
know.
there's like this is probably your 10 gig. No, it's your 10 gig spot.
This is your 10 gig.
No, that's your two 2.5s.
No, there is no two 2.5s. They're both 10.
Oh, this is a 10 gig machine?
Yeah, this is 10 gig.
I wonder that.
Yeah, remember you have a
Oh, so that's probably for Firewire or Lightwire,
I don't know what that means.
fiber optics.
I have to figure out how to put this in it. Which is going to get more complicated.
Yeah, that's gonna get more complicated.
I might have to take all 4 drives out and get my fingers dirty.
It's gonna be way more complicated than that. Good luck.
We'll see.
No.
Good night. Ooh, she's pretty. Look at her. Okay. Let's get this plugged in. Synology Fort Drive. Oh, is it just gonna be on the bottom? Oh my god. Haha, it's just on the bottom. Oh, that's so easy. I love my life. It just clicks in. Oh my god, I gotta somehow show this to this camera. Look, there's this little, it's like an easy, I just pull this and it pops up. And I just literally, I took this off, no screws. I plug it into here. And then I push it down. And pull it back and it locks in with no screws. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I think it's literally done now. That's it. I don't like to move around a lot because there's a lot of drive in there. Okay, I'll plug it in now. See what this guy can do. Is there probably an app for it, or does it just work? Or do I have to install TrueNAS? I don't know. So this plugs into. What a weird cable, bro. Just use USB-C. Bro. USB-C with a locking mechanism is arguably the best thing ever. What? Oh, I see. I think these are Cat 6. Yeah, there's no way they would get... I actually might use those in my server rack. I might steal those. Okay, she's getting plugged in. Ooh. I see one light. Turn it on. I see another light. Flashing. I should just search it up how to do this. Did you hear that? I hear the drive spinning up. Those are not good sounds. Oh, status. Disk 1 and 2, both active. Okay. Well, I guess that just works. I don't... How does it connect to the internet? Am I supposed to boot something?
So in the web browser, we're going to type in find.synology.com. NAS.
Oh. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, no, oh, I'm so slow, it doesn't need to connect to the internet. I'm gonna go plug this in upstairs. Let's turn it off. Well, you gotta hold the button for a long time to turn that on off. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go plug this in and then we're gonna see. Okay. We got her lit up. I don't know if she is on yet. Oh, is it looking for What does LAN stand for? Do I need to be... That's really cute. Okay, this is gonna go into the pile. Into the pile of nothingness. All of these will just go into the pile. And now we get to the fun part. The fun part. I am going to take out this server. I'm gonna take it apart. We're gonna take it apart. And we're gonna install the RAM in, and we're gonna try to get it running. And there's a very large chance it doesn't get running. And you know what? It's okay. Because I had a good day, so... I need to unplug all of the cables. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this camera and I'm gonna go across here. So we got the side view. I know it's magic how I just like teleported that there, and it just like stays like that. Now you can kind of see my screen, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's okay. Okay, now my chair's hitting things. Ooh. Look at this beast of a server. I know it's not the best lighting, but it's what's gonna have to be done. I'll take out these. So I'm planning on taking out everything temporarily except for these two, so my switch and this, especially everything. And I also have this radiator in the back. I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is what cools the CPU, because I needed something external because a low profile wouldn't be enough for a Ryzen 9 7900X. Goated CPU. Haven't actually used it yet. Had it in this motherboard for weeks. Haven't been able to get my RAM. That's okay though. Also, my power supply. Oh, I guess this isn't really this anymore. Ooh. How far is this behind? Okay, I should take out this below it first. So I have a Raspberry Pi here, which I'm going to install Proxmox on. I'm going to install Proxmox on everything, just because Proxmox is amazing. I wonder how big of a difference Proxmox is to, like, say, just normal Ubuntu server. Like, if I have a Ubuntu VM running on Proxmox, I wonder how much of it is. Oh god. I probably should have been holding that. It's fine though. And that just fell off. Yikes. Oh, that just bent that. That's really bad. It's fine. It's metal. It bends back. Okay. Bad things are happening. But it's fine. It works out. Oh, I'm gonna unplug this. Okay. I'm gonna unplug this. I just want to take... Ooh. Ooh. I forgot how annoying it is to take these out. Okay. Okay. And I also want to take this stupid radiator off because I need to mount it a better way. It's not mounted at all the correct way right now. So I'm going to take that off too. The way it's mounted is very sketchy, and I don't like it. It's actually not called a radiator. I don't know what it's called. Nice. Nice. Oh my god, that's gonna suck. Okay, we're gonna have to unscrew the top first. We are taking this thing apart. It's gonna be stripped. Let's just take off these handles. I'm just taking off these handles. This entire video is kind of just for future me. I think it's gonna be cool to watch this in like 5 years. See how much I fell off. This Moroccan team is so amazing. I love this John. Dude, I saw, oh my god, on Framework's website, I saw that they put I tweeted about it, they put 4 of their Ryzen AI Max 300 chips in it, and it had like 400 gigabytes of VRAM, like half a terabyte of VRAM, and it's crazy. Like, the things that you can do in a mini rack nowadays, man. Okay. I have to unscrew this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there's no way I'll ever be able to get an angle for this, so. I'm just unscrewing the top screw for the radiator. Please just. Okay. I can use my hands now. Seems like my stream is paused though. I just want to lay everything out. Okay, so this is the motherboard. Oh, it's gonna be so satisfying when it's all this RAM. Oh my god. You guys are gonna want to see this. Let me get this power supply out of the way. All of you guys, to the so many people watching. I feel like it's kind of cringe to make jokes about not having people watching. RAM. Ooh. If this doesn't fit, I'm gonna do vile things. Let's get this RAM out. I don't want to get too excited and break it, but look at these sticks of power right here. Holy. Okie dokie. I don't know if I should do this now, but who cares? Who really cares? Put this part in. Oh, I put it the wrong way. Oh no. I hate it when I do that. Oh. Beautiful. Is this the right way? Yeah. What a beautiful sound. Okay, that was not a beautiful sound. Okay. It's the wrong way. Oh my god, dude, what am I doing? god, look at how pretty that is. That is so pretty. Okay, it should turn on now. So, oh. Is that still my bag? Yes. I bought this. Ah. This is arguably one of the coolest things I think I've ever bought. This is a power. This is power for, it turns on the computer. And you just have to find these plugs. Boy, am I never going to find these plugs. The lighting in my room is so bad. So, I'm looking for power switch, HDD LED, adder one, HD audio speaker. What chance my board doesn't have it? That would suck. There's no way it doesn't have it. What's a UART? CPU fan. Chat, I may be cooked. I might be cooked. Where would I find it? It would be in two. Where was it? 2. Huh. I see LED. Huh. Okay, well, I guess. Huh. I guess I'll do some research. Gotta find this motherboard. I don't even know what it's called. It was just the only cheapest mini ITX one I could find. ASRock 6 Lightning power switch. Oh, nice. I love PDFs. ASRock A6201. Yes, 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 yes. Specifications, chipset memory, blah, 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 expansion shot. Yeah, and there's PCI. Look at this PCIe slot. When did they start making the metal around it? That looks so good. Audio, LAN. And it's 2.5 gigabit, which is really nice. That's really nice. Wireless LAN. Supports RAID 0, RAID 1 for SATA storage devices. Huh? Oh, I have a drive under here. I need to power with this cable because it's really annoying, but these two SATA connectors are put in a place to where I needed a straight cable and I need to buy a specific cable for it, which kind of sucked. But it's fine. Get through. There we go. And then this will connect to this. That didn't sound convincing. Okay. Is that in? Oh no. I'm just gonna, I think that's in. I don't know. I don't think that's in. Huh. Okay. Maybe it's in. I don't know, I didn't hear a click, so I guess we'll see. Connector. Chassis. ATX power connector. Power connector. Oh my god, I don't think this will work for it. Man, that sucks. Wait, there's no way. How is that even possible? How would you turn it on then? Where did I plug in my power switch to? ChatGPT always has me. Front panel header, FD panel, F panel. I don't see that. I don't see that. Let it out. Let it out. Front panel. Type 2.4. Connecting a front panel. Here we go. Panel 1. What the hell is panel 1? Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wait, what? No, this is wrong. I'm so Oh! Okay, I understand it now. So for this can fall on the ground. Power switch. Power. Switch positive, negative. How do I know which one is positive or negative? Which one is the arrow positive or is the arrow negative? On the power switch connector thing, I have the power SW on the thing that I'm plugging into my motherboard, and there's a little arrow, which one is positive and which one is negative. I'm assuming the one would be positive with the arrow, right? That would just, I feel like that would just make sense. Yeah, the little arrow marks the positive wire. So I put it like, oh, you need tiny hands for this? Like that. Perfect. And then HDD LED. Arrow marks positive, so I put it in like that. Power LED. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in the negative. It's only one, so it doesn't have an arrow on it. I feel like that might be a bad estimate though. I feel like that might be a bad idea. Anyways. Oh, power LED plus. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know why those are two separate pins, but I don't make the rules. Holy what? How are these so... Are these pins bent? Reset switch. Positive, negative. I don't even know what a reset switch does. Is that like a restart switch? I don't know. Okay, now I'm just gonna plug in my power supply and we're gonna see if it works. Before I put the whole thing in my server rack. Gotta see if it works. Oh yeah, this has to go in really weirdly. Oh, I hate doing this. This has to go in first. Or do they have to go in at the same time? I don't know, I hate all these pins. Especially because you have to be so weary about them, because even if they're slightly out, it could cause a fire and mess up everything. CPU, there you go. These are my CPU. You don't want to mess these ones up. How is like that many watts going through these like 8 pins, bro? It's kind of scary. And I think that's it. Is there any more? Nope. I think I just turned it on. Okay, is on I or O? I is on. It should be on. So it's not turning on. So it's not turning on. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. I don't like this. I mean, my power supply is not even turning on. I mean, is it? I don't know. How would you know? Is my power supply broken? There's no way my power supply is broken. Am I doing something wrong with it? Is this plugged in? This is plugged in. Installing the motherboard. SATA connection. GPU. Expansion slot. Connecting peripherals. Connecting power connectors. I connected it like that, right? Yeah. This all is right. That's all 100% right. And there's only 2, right? Maybe these are plugged in wrong. Would the motherboard... Okay. Let me ask. If I turn on the power supply without any power being drawn, would it still turn on the fan? Okay. Let me plug this back in and go for test 2. I don't think that was a good sound. I don't think I like that sound. I think I'm gonna plug this into the wall and see if that makes a difference. I heard a sound and it didn't sound like a good sound. That sounds really bad. I heard like a little click sound. I just tried to turn on my computer and I heard a little click sound from my power supply. It's my first time turning it on, and I'm wondering why it made this click sound and why it's not turning on. Don't tell me it's a short circuit or I will... Oh, when the PS fuse first sees main power, the rear rocket, which is flipped to I, the relay will make an audible click sound. This part is normal. If everything downstream is healthy, the PSU will provide a small 5-volt standby rail. While you press the PC's front power button, the main board asks the PSU to fully turn on, and the fan spins and the computer boots. If some protection circuit trips, short circuit overcurrent, the relay will open again immediately, so you hear a single click and nothing else happens. Rear rocker still O. Oh, rear rocker, is that... I should take my power supply off of this. I'm just gonna... Is it, maybe it's short circuiting with the metal beneath it? I mean, it shouldn't. Wouldn't really make any sense. What is the rear rocker? Is there like something that shows me if it's short circuited? This is so sad, man. What did I do wrong? I don't want to try again. I really want to try again, but I don't want to try again. Missing CPU for a pin cable. It's not plugged in correctly. Should I plug it into the other one? Ow. Okay, that's such a bad sound. I hate that. I hate that. Front panel button header, power button header, dead on arrival PSU, power completely off, unplug the IC cable and press the front power button. Oh my god. Oh my god. What just happened? Oh, is it not getting enough? Why is it flashing? These turned on. Is this not plugged in correctly? Okay, that flashing is really making me angry. I just turned on my computer, and this is the first time I booted my system, and my radiator slash cooler for my water cooler for my CPU is making these whooshes sounds, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. This is TTS, that doesn't really make sense, you won't be able to understand me. But, is this normal? Okay, I don't think it's supposed to be flashing like that. And it stopped flashing. Is always normal. When you're hearing a tiny bit of air bubbles being swept out of the pump chamber. Why it happens. Okay, should I see if there's any video? I guess I'll see if there's any video now. Oh, will the USB-C be able to take a video? Probably not. How... I guess there's no really way to see if there's video out. How am I gonna do this? This is gonna suck. Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually amazing. That could not have gone better for my use case. Please output video. Please output video. Oh! Oh my god, it's opening video. Yo! I'm gonna move that out of the way. Look, we're getting video. We're getting video. It's recovering clean. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm just gonna leave it to run for a little bit. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. And that's just a restart switch, I think. Okay, that light is really bright. Can I like undervolt it or something? This is so cool. Proxmox? This already has Proxmox on it? Hold up. Found volume PVE using metatype. Oh, I don't have a keyboard or mouse. That's a problem. Okay, we don't know what this means, so we asked ChatGPT for help. I guess I'll just use 04 Mini. I don't like using 03, it takes so long, but it's so good. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I'm so excited. I got this John booted up. This isn't an error or hang, it's just a normal elevation. Once it's done, it'll move on to mounting a root file system. Okay. It just says I have to wait. It's not making any whooshing sounds anymore, which is really nice to know. Oh? That's not good. Oh my god. It's working. Okay, it has the wrong IP because I'm pretty sure I hard-coded the IP, which is when this was at a different network. But I'm gonna plug in a keyboard. Am I gonna plug in a keyboard? How can I plug in a keyboard? I'm gonna go steal my dad's keyboard. I need my phone. I need a light. I'm back and I'm better. Just stole this. Stole my dad's keyboard. I'll return it. Home server login. Ooh. I'm not gonna know this. Oh god. Oh god. I think it was. I think I accidentally clicked something else. Was it? Was it root or was it admin? I think it was root. I know what my password is. I just know I'm gonna use another username. Admin. No. I think it's. I didn't change the username though. Basic prox mox username. Root. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm in. Dude, how can I? No, my god. Check specs. Ubuntu. I think this runs Ubuntu. If this actually has everything, oh my god. How can I check the specs of my computer on Ubuntu server? LS CPU. AMD Ryzen 9 7900X 12 core CPU. 12 core processor. BIOS CPU family, model, threads per core 2, cores per socket 12, socket 1, stepping 2, CPU max megahertz 5. It can go to 5.7 gigahertz? What? I don't think that's safe. I don't think my cooler could handle that. I could overclock this, John, though. I just don't need that, though. There's just no point. It's so overkill, I love it. RAM. How do I see my RAM? Memory. Free-sh. Oh wait. This might be. Yeah, this is my. 93 gigabytes. Oh, this is probably running off the. I thought that was 256 gigs. I guess it's only 100 gigs. There's no way it's 100 gigs, right? There's no way it's 100 gigs. System RAM slots. Sudo DMI decode -t memory. Oh, I don't need to run sudo. I am in root. Size 48 gigs. Size 48 gigs. Oh my god. I think I have enough VRAM for a family of 8. Oof. Oof. Oh my, I mean not even RAM. I mean, not even VRAM, it's just normal RAM, but damn. Everything just works. I feel like it's too good to be true. I guess I'll just start cleaning out my server rack now. I'll turn it off. I mean, my drive isn't being powered, but that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to do a full rethink of how I set this channel up because it's not gonna go well. I'm gonna need to fix this. There's a lot of hanging cables which I don't like. I need my clippers. I need clippers here. Clippers. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this from the top. All the time I spend doing this, just getting eviscerated snip by snip. That's okay. All the time. So, do I want to have that there? One of the main questions is, do I want to have a power supply there? And I think the answer is no. But I think I might have to. Oh, I can move it down. Oh, I can move it down. Oh my god, how did I not see that? I could totally move it down. What am I thinking? I don't need all four. Why does this have 3 in it? I might get a UPS for this thing. Still haven't really decided if I need one or not. I don't know what I'm saying. So now I'm going to take these off too. I might mount my cooler first because that's going to be, oh god, the worst one by a long shot. So I wonder how I will choose to mount this. I need to mount it like this because their screw holes are on that side. But I might have to 3D print and 3D model a bracket because this isn't going to work. It is not going to work. So, okay, I'm going to have something fancy. I think I'm just going to shove all the cables on the top. All the extra slack. Because you don't see this. And it's good to pull down if you ever need it. So I think I'm just going to shove the cables up here. It's pretty perfect, I think. I'm going to move this. I need to think this very well through. I want this to be perfect, exactly what I want. I do need some zip ties though, and I don't know where my zip ties went. I have some zip ties. They're just a bit, lanky. I don't really think. I think this zip tie is a bit overkill for something as small as tying a cable down. But it's fine, I guess. Okay, man. Okay, man. Okay, this long zip tie makes this a lot harder. Dude, these clippers are the most useful thing ever, but it broke. And this end is really sharp and it hurts every time I use it. It's really annoying. There we go. That seems to be sorted. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the panels. Do I not have any extra panels? I swear I had extra panels. Did I not take one off? Did I not take one off? Damn. I guess I'm just losing my mind. Huh. Fascinating. Okay then, never mind, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna install this radiator first. This is gonna be my first installation. I'm gonna run it up this side. And it will also help to hide the cables. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this on. Absolutely no idea. So I honestly feel like I'm cooked. Frick. I might deal with this another day, I'm not gonna lie. It's just the radiator, that's so sad. I just have no idea how to get it on. No idea. I could do it how I did before, but that's so sketch. And I mean, I guess it works, but like, do I really want to be that sketch? Yeah, I just... man. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't even be sketch if these stupid screws, these are the only screws that fit. And they're so long, so it makes the entire thing stick out. Maybe I'll have better screws in here. Oh, I knew it. I knew I had an idea. I knew it. Freaking knew it. Screw me. I knew it. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this here. Put a normal board right here, and then the cables go up the side. Where'd my phone go? Oh my god. I'm gonna unplug this for now. I'm getting pretty tired. And I might want to do this on the first bang. Moving this up. I'm having how I had it before because I liked it how I had it before. With all the Ethernet cables. I miss my girlfriend. That's crazy. That's crazy. I literally saw her like 2 hours ago. That's just how it be, I guess. Okay. This cable. There's no way she's staying awake to watch this stupid stream. Man. I'm not even doing anything. Wait, what did she hear me say? There's like a huge delay. She just texted me, "Oh, hi, baby." I didn't even know she was watching. There's such a big delay. She's saying things that I don't know what this means. Yeah. Oh well, I guess this is gonna be a pretty annoying process. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to sleep now. I got some really good progress in. I'm glad this computer works. It took a long time, so. Okie dokie. I hope this stop streaming button works. There's my girlfriend texting me.